striking. New Hampshire gave the rest of the country a race on both sides instead of a rush to a coronation. CNN's Candy Crowley now with the raw politics of Hillary Clinton's New Hampshire comeback.
Election night numbers tell a simple story. 57% of New Hampshire's Democratic voters were women. She won them by a 12-point margin. Hillary Clinton was pulled back from the brink by the sisterhood of politics, drawn to Clinton's side in a mix of empathy, strategy, policy, and history.
I think I am an agent of change. I embody change. I think having the first woman president is a huge change.
Clinton's strategists believe New Hampshire's turn toward her began in a debate held the weekend before the primary. They also believe she won them over with policy. But in the 5 days between losing the Iowa caucus and winning New Hampshire, something about Hillary Clinton connected with female voters in a way she did not in Iowa. There were what one Clinton strategist called a lot of women moments, situations familiar to female voters. There was the debate moment.
Wait a minute now, wait a minute. I'm going to respond to this.
It was scrutinized as a flash of anger, praised as a show of passion. And there was the protest moment. A two-man team stood up at an event shouting, "Iron my shirts."
Oh, the remnants of sexism alive and well tonight.
And there was the poignant moment. In the answer to a single question from a woman, how do you do this day in and day out? Clinton was tired and under the gun.
I just don't want to see us fall backwards. You know.
It was endlessly analyzed on TV and questioned for its authenticity or praised for its spontaneity. Beyond those apparently organic moments, there was the full-bore effort to correct what Clinton strategists say was a mistake in Iowa, the singular focus on turning out older women.
How did you get interested in that?
Clinton broadened her outreach in New Hampshire, offering ride-alongs with Chelsea by her side, singling out young questioners in town hall meetings.
What other questions? Yes.
She was backed by a savvy staff and thousands of volunteers who identified and wooed female voters for nearly a year. On election night, the biggest margin Clinton held among female voters was single, working women. Their issues, job security, education, child care, form the base of Clinton's domestic agenda. It's hard to tell the difference between campaign strategy and authenticity, but in New Hampshire, a lot of things worked for Hillary Clinton.
I want to thank my entire family, particularly my mother, who is watching tonight.
The woman moments probably didn't hurt.
Candy joins us now along with CNN senior political analyst David Gergen and Ralph Reed, GOP strategist and former executive director of the Christian Coalition. Candy, so clearly the key here for Clinton was women. How did they retool their campaign to continue to reach out to them?
Well, they did a number of things. I think they would tell you that, first of all, those moments that we talked about when she appeared to be vulnerable, but also they talked about, listen, she needed to explain her experience, that they felt that the voters didn't have a real grip on what Hillary Clinton had done before. So they feel as though she began to build, as they call it, that story arc. And so she could link what she's been doing, who she is, to the policies that will affect the lives of the women voters. And again, those are home and hearth issues, Anderson. That's about education and that's about health care. So they feel that she really made that connection. Last, I had one of her advisors say to me that she was suffering from front-runner-itis and that she obviously lost that coming out of Iowa, and she was much looser and much better on the campaign trail here in New Hampshire.
David, she talked about last night finding her voice. Do you have any doubt moving forward in the days and weeks ahead that we are going to see more sort of sensitive moments from Hillary Clinton?
No, I think we will see more moments like that, because Anderson, in a presidential campaign, it's important to speak from your head, but it's also important to speak from your heart, and she wasn't doing that. And in New Hampshire, she started speaking from her heart, and she reached the hearts of a lot of women who came out for her. So I think we will see more of that. The delicate balancing act is how to, there's also been talk about a really aggressive campaign against Barack Obama, a very negative campaign. And if she starts speaking from her heart, it's difficult to also be shrill about Obama or to be too heavy-handed. So that's where she's going to find some balancing that may well be tricky for her.
Well, I want to ask Ralph about that. Obama commented on how formidable Clinton will be going forward, and her husband as well. He said, and I quote, "We have to make sure that we take it to them just like they take it to us. I come from Chicago politics. We're accustomed to rough and tumble."